What's good, everybody? It is Monday, December 19th. This is The Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it is not close. I, of course, am your boy, the coach, and this is the end of our week. But, man, what do we have in front of us? So much this week. But before we look forward, as always, we must look back. A pretty good weekend and day at the brand World Cup. We cashed a ton of futures from the Guru and Buckets and Brand Sutton and the Speculator. And then, of course, seeing Najad, he stays hot. Speculator stays hot. Prop Stars doing what he does. And perhaps the greatest World Cup final we've ever had. 3-3, each scoring a goal in the extra time. Penalty kicks. It couldn't get much better than that. But that was yesterday. This is today. And as always, we have multiple shows at the brand. Don't forget about Early Edge in 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Then our specialty show schedule looks like this tonight, Monday Night Football. The Rams and the Packers from Lambeau, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will count down to Monday Night Football with me and the crew as we do every single Monday night during the NFL season. But let's get into our show for the day. Let's bring in the stars because you know them, you love them. Live from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, Alabama. Good morning.
Good morning. If everyone can tell, I'm in a new place. It's a new apartment. So, Mom, if you're listening, thank you.
So you're in a new place now?
Yep.
All by yourself?
Yep, Denver.
Oh, wow. We're growing up there in the Mile High. Are you excited? A little nervous?
I like living at home with my parents.
And as long as you can do it, do it. And that time has come to an end. You still have the Early Edge family. We got you. All right, stand by. Because next, live from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, Zack Cimini. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. NFL yesterday was very exciting. World Cup, as you said, very exciting. I thought I was going to have a rough day in the NFL, but Tampa Bay blew that game. Cincinnati came back, which was one of my site plays yesterday. So you're always happy to go even when those NFL Sundays look a little bit rough. But we're moving on. Great week, family holiday week. Let's do it.
That is so true. And by the way, mentioning Las Vegas, if you bet on the Patriots yesterday, I'm sorry. But would you guys both agree that that was the dumbest finish in the history of the NFL? Yes, Zach?
Oh, yeah. I think Leon Lett, what was it, Thanksgiving 1993, might they have to have a top 5 of that, but everyone always says Leon Lett, but that's going to take the cake now.
And that was before Allie was even born. So look it up, Allie. You'll know Leon Lett did something stupid a long time ago. And now nobody's going to talk about him anymore.
They were playing that clip until like 2005.
Forever. Yeah. He ran back a fumble and started celebrating too early and got the ball hit out. So it's a whole big thing. But now
I was thinking of the one against Miami where he touched the blocked field goal and then he tried to get on the ball.
He had two. Oh, that's right. The other. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Leon. Sorry. But now Jacoby Myers is the new one. All right. And also last night, the officiating, terrible. Terry McLaren, oh my goodness, I feel horrible for him and watching them. But they lost by 8. It's not like that would have won the game, but it was still a horrible call. All right, let's get into our show. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And admittedly so, Allie, with the NFL being front and center and World Cup being front and center, we've kind of slept a little bit on the NHL, but not today and not on the Minnesota Wild because they have a player that is hot. Who am I talking about?
Yep, you're talking about Matt Zuccarello. So he's recorded points in 10 straight games and in 17 of his last 19. And the Wild's next game is on Wednesday against the Ducks, but he's gotten points in both of those games so far against Anaheim. So definitely something to consider there. I know that point prop might be over 1.5. But if you have that same game parlay or anything, it's definitely just going to be a nice addition because, he's been pretty hot.
All right, keep in mind that because whenever you're playing totals or maybe you're playing a team total, you want players that are finding the back of the net, but also are finding other players with assists too. It's all about the points. All right, Allie, thank you very much. Stand by. All right, Zach, I can always count on you to find me a college team or a pro team that everybody else is sleeping on, but not you. Now, out here in the West where you and I live, there's a little team in Tempe, Arizona with a fiery former point guard for a head coach. that's starting to play pretty good basketball. Talk to me.
Yes, Arizona State. I mean, Coach Hurley, I think he was on the hot seat coming into this year. They had a couple of, you start off the year with a couple easy kind of exhibition style games. They had those two easy wins. Their third game, they lose to Texas Southern, and you go, oh, here it goes again. Bobby Hurley's in trouble, this ASU team. But now they've turned the corner. They've won 9 straight games, covered again yesterday against San Diego, and those 9 wins, they've covered 8 out of the 9. So I broke this down. They've kind of went through that last month of having the shocking blowout, the fight where you're down a big margin, then you come back and win, and then a disrespectful ATS spread. So against Michigan, they had that shocking blowout. I think that's when they started to believe that they can be a good team. Against SMU, they were down double digits, fought back, and you wouldn't even be able to tell because they ended up winning by almost 20 points. So that was a great win for them. And then against Creighton had a key guy out, and they were still underdogs, and ASU won. So today, when the polls come out in a few hours, you're going to see Arizona State ranked. We've seen this before from Coach Hurley in Arizona State. They started off 12-0 in the 2017-2018 season, got ranked as high as 3rd in the country. I'm not sure how high they're going to go if they keep winning once Pac-12 play begins, but I do not want to see a free fall in Pac-12 play. Let's see Arizona State continue to do well and move up the polls.
Jay Parlay 79 says, my alma mater ASU, let's effing go. Hashtag forks up. Oh my God. I worked with Matt Berry at ESPN, one of my best friends. Oh, if I have to hear forks up one more time, it's going to drive me bananas. But I love that storyline, Zach, a lot. I'm going to be paying attention to Arizona State. Now, many of you are asking about the UConn Bowl game in the chat. What did I tell you last week? What did I tell you? We would have a pick on every single bowl game, so you know it's coming. But if you want to really educate yourself, then I encourage you to go to our feed. We have our college football mega futures preview for the bowls in there. Me, AB, we give you picks from Micah, everybody. So check it out. Now, before we get to that UConn pick, I got to pay those pesky little bills. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. For those watching on YouTube or listening on Apple or Spotify, this is the Early Edge. One play from SportsLine today. And it is that bowl game we just talked about. We're going to go over 40.5, Marshall and UConn, 2:30 Eastern. We've seen early on in bowl season that teams are figuring out how to score. Maybe teams that didn't score in the regular season, they're scoring in a bowl. Nothing matters. So we'll take the over 40.5. And also, if you watch the futures episode, I am on UConn plus 10. I think it's gone up just a little bit. This is a motivation season for UConn. They are playing really well. They've got belief, and in college, belief is everything. So we'll take UConn plus the 10 and the over 40.5. All right, now to my cappers for the day. And I feel like Allie really is laser focused today. So I know you're going to give me a bet that I absolutely love because Coach loves unders. What do you have today, Allie?
Yep, Coach, I got one of your favorite plays. So I have the Red Wings at Capitals under 6 at even money. Detroit, they're on a 5-game losing streak right now, and I really don't think they're going to turn that around tonight against the Capitals, who have won 6 of Charlie Lindgren's last 7 starts. And in those last 7, Lindgren has a 1.87 GAA, and we've already seen Ville Husso against the Caps, and he led the Red Wings to a 3-1 win. So the under has hit in 5 straight Detroit away games and is 5-1-1 in the last 7 Capitals home games. I really do think this game kind of follows. I think the under even money is definitely a good play based on the way these two teams have been playing. I think the main thing that we have to worry about is the Capitals kind of blowing it up. But with Husso in that, I really don't think that's much of a possibility. So I'll take the under.
And get it in now before it goes down to 5.5. Such a big difference, right? Now, Allie, as you know, as a Caesars brand ambassador, that if you can walk in tonight and do what? If you're a fan, we have a huge fan base in Washington. What can they do if they go to the game tonight?
Yep. So if you're at the game at Caesars, they have a sports book there, and you can just walk in, place your bet, and then cash out when you leave.
Wow. I'm going to have to try and do that one of these times. That's amazing. They were the standard. That's where it started, was Washington. And now you're seeing it in Phoenix and other places. It's going to be the standard moving forward. Allie, Caesars, thank you very much. All right, now, I think I'm going to go next. And if you're going to cash with the coach, you're going to do it these 2 big plays. I'm focused today on the NBA. Maybe later today I'll have something on Monday Night Football. But I looked at the slate today. Raptors, Sixers over 219.5. Let me look at my notes. The last 5 games for the Sixers, 224, 226, 244, 255, 226. What do all those numbers have in common? They're over this number tonight of 219.5. The Raptors, last 3 games, 236, 235, 247. These are over teams that the sports books haven't realized are now over teams. With James Harden coming back, we'll take the over 219.5. Play number 2, I almost played the over here, Mavs, T-Wolves, but Minnesota scored 150 points last night. Sometimes when you back up a big offensive night, you're not quite as good, but Dallas just got ran by the Cavs. I think they're struggling a little bit. It's a road trip. I'm going to take the Timberwolves +3 minus the 110. All right, Zack Attack, you know what spot you're in, and you know how much we respect the spot that you're in. So, sir, I'm going to step back. Allie's going to step back in her brand new apartment, and we're going to give you the floor, sir. Maestro spot, you're up.
All right. Shout out to the Maestro. I'm going to take the Utah Jazz +6 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Coach, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're spotlighted right now. Best home record in the NBA at 14-2. So you're starting to see those bigger numbers that we didn't see 3-4 weeks ago. They were an 8-point favorite Friday night against the Indiana Pacers. Kind of had to fight back to win that. Flirted with the ATS push cover. Didn't get it done. They only won by 6 points. And Saturday, the game you mentioned against the Dallas Mavericks in a back-to-back spot, beat them by 15 points on the road a few days earlier. Weren't able to do that on Saturday with Kemba Walker scoring 32 points. The Dallas Mavericks pushed them into overtime. Cavaliers only won by a slim margin there, did not cover the 8.5 points. So we're starting to see that attraction up on the spread with the Cavaliers at home with that 14-2 home record. And now you have Donovan Mitchell facing his old team in the Utah Jazz. So there's even more enticement here to take the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I'm going to back the Jazz. I think they're going to fight much better than they did against the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think that enticement is a little bit too high here. The Cavaliers do not cover for the 3rd straight time at home. Let's take the Jazz +6.
Yeah, they've certainly been a better team, though, haven't they, with Donovan Mitchell in? Do you not worry a little bit tonight? And unless I miss something, I'm sure he's playing, that he's going to be extra motivated to play against his former squad. Do you worry about that at all?
I do. I say that's going to be the enticement factor. And Mike says this all the time. This might be a better in-game option because obviously Cavaliers are so potent at home. They're probably going to have a double-digit lead. If you want to wait, you're probably going to get a better number, obviously, if they get up double digits. So Mike says that all the time. And I say this would be one of those spots to do that. But ultimately, in the NBA is about big comebacks, big pushes, big runs. I think the Jazz are able to do that and get that cover.
That's exactly right. And if you're going to live bet, as Zach and Mikey and all of our experts say, you got to be watching the game. Don't just watch your phone and wait for a timeout. You will get crushed. You got to watch the flow. You got to watch the flow. Zach, thank you very much. Great job by both of you. So grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap. First of 3 big shows today. Zack Attack is on the Jazz in Cleveland, taking on the Fighting Donovan Mitchells tonight. We'll take the 6 points. Then Allie, Bama. We're on the under Red Wings Capitals. And you heard her. Place a bet when you walk into the building tonight. Take a picture. Send it to the early edge and we'll post it. I would love to see that. Let's go under 6 even money. Then if you're going to cash with me, you're going to do with these 3 big plays. Raptors, Sixers, over 219.5. Both of these teams offensively playing very, very well. Then Minnesota, they blew out Chicago last night. They scored 150 points. In come the Mavs, who just got blown out by Cleveland. I'll take the 3 at home for a Minnesota team playing much better than UConn in the single bowl game today. I gave it out on the Futures episode at 10. The chat is telling me now it is at 12, so we'll take the extra 2 points. I think they could win on the field today. Marshall's not motivated. UConn is motivated. That's what bowl games are all about. But we do believe, and Mike Tierney at SportsLine believes, there will be points today. So we'll take the over, a SportsLine play. And if you're not a SportsLine member yet, I say it all the time. What are you doing? Use a promo code early, and I'll give you 30 days for free. Right now, you get the rest of bowl season, NFL playoffs, NHL, NBA, college basketball. There's never been a better time. So we'll make it happen. Be a part of the family right here and right now. All right. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. And yes, whoever just showed up that had the Patriots on the money line, we're still reeling too. Worst finish of all time. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. Allie, Bama, Zack Attack, Jake the Snake, always on the ones and the twos. I am the coach. Tell all your friends. Turn on your notifications. Don't miss one single second, whether you watch us or whether you listen to us. We just want you here. We love all of you at the Early Edge. Good luck.